Welcome to another episode of Two ManDem Talk Movies. I'll be your boy Kwame.
And I'm your boy Enigma. And this is when we bring you our ManDem perspective on certain movies, man. And today we're going to be jumping straight into the recent action thriller starring Kerry Washington and our man Omar Sy in Shadow Force. Bruv, how did you feel about the film Shadow Force?
Trailer was a little deceptive.
Okay.
Only because, to get straight into it, kind of thought the film would be a little bit better than it was.
Ooh.
Now, it was popcorn fun. It was enjoyable.
Yeah.
It was cool to watch. It's not something I'm going to rinse. I liked it because I like Kerry Washington. She's hot. I also like Omar Sy. I think he's actually a good actor. Yeah. And I like how he's transitioned from French films to Hollywood. Yeah. And he's kind of like that main guy. He's a leading guy already. Yeah. Because he was a leading guy in France already. Yeah. So I think he's done a good job. I loved, what's her name? Is it Divine Joy?
Yeah.
Is that her name? Yeah. I like her. Rudolph. Yeah, I like her. She's a good actress and she was funny in this.
Auntie.
And yeah, very funny. Those joke. And Meth can't help himself but play a friggin' villain. Yeah. Like, even if I actually thought he was going to be a good guy until I realized he wasn't, and I was like, we're doing this again, yeah?
I knew one of your auntie was going to be Danny.
I actually thought it was going to be both of them at first.
I thought it was Auntie. Look at that.
See.
I thought it was Auntie.
Yeah.
When he came across. Yeah.
I absolutely love Mark Strong. He's actually one of my favorite actors. Personally, I think he was wasted in this film, and kind of feel like, it's going to sound bad to say this. I know, in a weird way, he's kind of better than this. He's kind of better than this.
No.
Like, I just see him in better performances. Give better performances. I feel like anybody could have played this role. I actually think they was lucky to get him to play this role. Like, and there's no one else really performance-wise.
No. I mean, the other assassins, the Shadow Force team, no one didn't care about it.
And they didn't really
They didn't flesh out the character.
Yeah, they didn't.
Story.
Yeah. And they didn't really do anything actually amazing. And that's actually the element of the film that let me down. That's the part. Yeah.
Because I feel like they definitely didn't show how dangerous the Shadow Force supposedly would be.
It was just all hearsay and talk. Yes. It was dreams and talk. How about you show us? As they say in movies, show, don't tell. What they did was tell us.
Even the bank robbery at the beginning. Yeah. Close your eyes. Take out the headphones. They done it like he had superpowers at first. I'm not gonna lie. It was like, what? So when he takes off the AirPods,
so he's gonna go
and fly. It was like, what? And then it took us so long to. I hate when this is becoming a trope. You know, we talk about trope. It's becoming a trope as well when they just show action through CCTV footage. Daredevil done it in the series as well. It's like, just show me the fucking.
This is what I'm saying, bro.
I don't like that shit.
Now, see, this proves my point, because you've heard me say in recent years how I don't reach for action films that much. Old school ones, yes, but modern action films, when action's on the screen, I turn away and I probably pick up my phone and do other stuff.
I think it really depends on who's doing it, but I hear it.
But bruv, it's not consistent. It's not consistent. Action scenes in action films are not that good anymore. They're all run of the mill. We've seen it all before. Like, I like to see something that stands out, that's different, that's like, and the action's got to tell a story. Yeah. If the action doesn't tell a story and it's just mindless fighting, unless it's Jackie, I don't want to see it. Because not many people are doing it good enough.
You know what was mindless in this movie, for instance, when Kerry comes back home and then they start fighting
stuff. I'm not going to lie to you. Maybe I'll listen.
What? I said, we don't have time for this. Bruv, you're both on the run.
Bruv.
Why are you injuring each other?
Let me tell you, man.
This don't make sense.
I knew that scene was going to happen. This is how much I watch movies too much. I knew before that happened. Because you know what I noticed? I'll tell you what I noticed. When I was watching the movie, as it was going, as it started, saw the first fight scene in a bank or whatever, I was like, yeah, there's not enough fight scenes. They're going to create fight scenes for no reason in this film. Them two are going to have a fight.
Yeah.
Literally, that's how my mind goes. When I'm watching certain films, because you can see the tropes, you can see where it's going. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, cool. They've gone to this secret hideout. She obviously knows where the hideout is. She's gonna come. Brother, I'm thinking all this before it's even happened. So I'm like, so she's gonna come and meet them, but he's not gonna see it's her at first, and they're gonna have to fight. she's probably gonna win a little bit, and then they're gonna break and say, "It's me."
Yeah. I'm surprised she revealed herself as quick as she did.
As quick. You thought the fight would be a bit longer. Yes. Because they knew it was stupid. So yeah, that whole shit was dumb, bruv. It was like, the only good part about that scene was when the son saw the mum and didn't know it was her. That was the only good part.
But that's why I like this film, and that's why it helps. I don't like this film, but it helps when you got people like Kerry Washington and Omar Sy, because you see the scene like when she went up to him and she's like, "Do you know who I am?"
Yeah.
That was actually quite.
It was quite deep. Yeah, it was good work by the kid, but that's why I said that part saved that scene. The fight wasn't needed, but I get it. But it wasn't needed. I get why they did it.
Didn't get it
because do you know why? Because it's almost like, they needed to heighten the scene, because if she just comes in. I know.
Because it felt stupid to me.
It felt too stupid.
It felt like you're wasting energy. You're literally on the run from all sides.
I think the problem with us, though, is because we're spoiled. We're coming from an era of, this film would have worked in the 80s and 90s, but you can't keep doing it for so many decades later. It can't keep working. You've got to give us something different. We've seen all these tropes too many times.
I also just didn't like the main motivation for Mark Strong. He was like, just show those force with everything for me. I put 5 years into this. Just 5 years. Wow. What a lifetime. Of course that's going to be like,
and because you're in, you can never get out. And if you get out, you have to die. So now we have to murk you. Everyone has to get together to kill you, because shut up. It was weak.
That was very stupid. But then it was actually a jilted lover.
Really I didn't like that. I think that was weak as well.
You won, the 50 million bounty, the 100 million bounty. There was so many, I don't know.
I feel like
twirling villain bits as well.
Do you know what it reminded me of? If you actually look at it, it's very similar to Back in Action, the Jamie Foxx thingy. What's her name?
But I think
because it's kind of similar, because they're both agents, fell in love as agents, had a kid, and now I think I prefer Jamie Foxx's one, because at least it was an outright comedy. It was funny, and it was more popcorn.
And they had just as much action as
and that's more enjoyable to watch. That's got more rewatchable value than this. I think so. You know what I'm saying? Because this is trying to be too serious. That knew what it was, and it was like, it's going to be tongue in cheek. It's going to be
even the silly things like, when she has to stand off with Mark Strong at the end and she shoots him, boom, 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 I've got him now.
Bruv. We know he wasn't dead. It's shame, man. It's like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. That's what I mean. It's like, come on. We've seen this all before. Give us something different, or at least call it an action comedy. Just say it's action comedy. Don't try and say it's action film, because there's no way we're believing any of this. It's not believable. It's not. Even the opening scene in the bank, we knew he wasn't going to kill the son. We knew it was a scene to show what the dad can do. I just think it was poorly directed.
Stand back, son. Let's lead to it. Okay, you're okay now. Huh?
And do you know what I hated? They wasted so much, because like you said, they made him seem like he was a superhero. Like he had some superpowers. Because it was like, even when the son asked him, so why do you take the earpieces out? Because when it's silence, I feel like I focus, and I feel like everything moves slow. And I'm like, so basically you're describing like Daredevil shit. Is this nigga Daredevil?
Yeah. And he even mentioned, remember he referenced that.
Yes. And I'm like, no, man. Nah.
And I don't know if I'm being a bit biased, but too much fucking French in this with no subtitles.
That annoyed me.
That annoyed me. Subtitle.
That annoyed me. Yes.
We don't know French.
We don't know French, you know that.
We don't know French.
You know that, right?
Like, fam, I just would like to know.
Give us subtitles, bro.
Some of the quips back and forth. I didn't know what the fuck you were saying. And even if, you try to put subtitles, speaking French. I know, nigga, that's why I put the subtitles. That's why I hate it. When the subtitles say speaking Chinese or speaking, I know.
Do you know
what they're saying?
But a lot of movies are doing that these days, Just give us the subtitles. We know they're speaking another. If I can remember, there was a movie I watched the other day that did this to me, bro. I almost turned it.
Subtitles do that all the time.
Yeah, it's like
lazy. It's damn lazy.
You know it's in another language. Just translate it.
Give me the subtitles.
Jesus.
Speaking Chinese. That's what it was. I was wondering what that dialect was. No, I wanted what they were talking about.
What is it? Man, all Cantonese. But I don't give a shit. Just translate it, bro. I don't give a shit what it is. Fuck you know.
Silly, that's a silly thing, but yeah. For me, a lot of cliches,
There's a lot of cliches. I'm not gonna lie, this film did not reinvent the wheel or even try to.
Yeah.
It was trope galore. It was giving us everything we expected it to give us.
Yeah.
I feel Mark Strong is better than this. I like him in everything he does anyway.
Kerry's better than this.
Kerry's definitely better than this. Omar Sy isn't because he's still new. This is his name. No, because he's still on his way up. He's still on his way up. So this was more of an Omar Sy vehicle, I think. The others,
and he was the lead.
He kind of is the lead, didn't he? Yeah. She didn't come into
the fight, basically. You know, you saw her in the shot. She did, but then it was a lot of Omar because he had the child and getting away. And then I know she does the sniping and a few teams. But I think this is Omar's level.
It's Omar, yeah. I almost feel like it was actually made for him.
Yeah.
And the others are there to kind of, his vehicle and then to bolster him. Yeah. And I have to say, I mean, Joe Carnahan, you're better than this. I mean, you directed A-Team. And I remember I used to diss A-Team, but A-Team is actually a good movie. It's a good action film.
And that's definitely one of reflection.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Because, you know, but you have to remember as well, we're allowed to diss it when we diss it because we are A-Team fans from the original TV series. And let's be real, he didn't do it justice enough in terms of being a fan of A-Team, because the fact that you tried to make Face the lead, which was ridiculous writing, like that pissed me off, because anybody who's a fan of A-Team knows that Hannibal is the fucking leader and BA is, you know, that guy. But BA was only really that guy because of Mr. T.
And I hated the Rampage reaction. I still hate the Rampage reaction casting.
I thought it was funny, man.
No, I
liked him in it.
Didn't like him in the role.
You know, Charlton Copley, them two together back to back was funny.
I just think that could have been so much fun.
See, I actually think it's Liam Neeson who spot the casting. I think all the rest of them was good. Liam Neeson as Hannibal wasn't good enough for me. I like Liam Neeson.
I know what they were trying to do again as well. But yeah, we're going off.
Yeah. So yeah. No, it's because it's Joe Carnahan. That's why it's because of Joe Carnahan. It's because of Joe Carnahan.
He's got 18.
Yeah. But
he was fast lane, wasn't he? He was fast lane. Oh, no, that's McGee. That's
McGee, yeah. No, I do mix them two up as well, because their styles are very similar. And they've made similar movies. So yeah, I get that. McGee's a bit better.
Yes, I agree.
McGee's a bit better. Yeah. But Joe is good.
He's good.
But Joe's one of them directors that if he's not careful and he keeps going down a certain way, he's going to kind of start to lose props. Because it's like, dude, you can't keep making like
middle of the road.
Yeah,
you can't.
Yeah. So don't keep doing it, because, I mean, Shadow Force was a good attempt. It just wasn't a great attempt. And I'm not sure if anybody asked me, is that a good movie? Should I watch it? I'll say, yeah, watch it, but you probably won't watch it again. And I like Meth in it. We haven't talked about Method Man. Method Man's good.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite scenes is with the kid. I love that. It's a scene in the trailer that everybody sees, and it is as good as it is in the movie. Like when he says, like, you like Wu-Tang Clan? Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. And he's done like, stop sweating. Like, that part's funny. I like that. That was good. In the car, yeah, that was good. That was a good scene. Yeah, that was a good scene.
Beretta. What's
the Beretta spell?
Shut your ass up.
That was a good scene. It was well written. That was funny. I like that. That was good. Yeah, he was actually a very good actor for a kid. Yeah, for a kid, he was quite surprising. I know. Yeah, he hates actors. Yeah, he was good.
So score, bro. What are we gonna land on?
I'm gonna give it a 6. I'm gonna give it a 6. Yeah. Because it's like it's okay. Like I said, I'd watch it. It's Beth is funny.
Look at this draw.
Yeah, not really. No, not really. But it's something you could put in the background, or you're with a chick and you ain't seen it before. So, okay, cool, let's watch this movie. So you might like it. She might like it. You know, some women like softer action. It's not hard action. It's not too tough. It's got a little bit of humor in it. You know, back in action may go down a little bit better though. But this is a cool second. It's a good second.
That's not a bad double bill, actually.
No, it's not actually. It's actually a decent double bill. Yeah. But I would watch Back in Action again over this.
Yeah.
What are you giving it?
We've been really similar recently. I'm not gonna lie. gonna agree with a 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'd recommend it to someone to watch.
Okay.
I think it's worth just what you said. I think it's worth
watching. Worth a watch.
Do you think it's worth watching? I think it's good. I think everyone does what they're supposed to do. And the thing is, again, it's a bit too cliche, a bit too many tropes, a bit too much stupidness going in.
We have to talk about the ending with the two guys that work for Mark Strong, but really they're agents. Oh my God, that was terrible. Oh, that was terrible. You know, that reveal, I was like, yeah, there really was two guys that were secretly on you. It was these two, and I'm secretly working with them. That's why I didn't tell you. I was like, what's that? This is terrible. Who wrote this? Is this Argyle? Like, I was, oh God, this is bad. Like, it was, bro, that exposition was atrocious. Oh man, it was bad. You know, I literally was watching like, I was malfunctioning watching it, how bad it was. I was like, what is this? What is this? This is ITV at 6:45 on a Saturday evening back in the day. This type of movie.
We were agents all along.
Terrible, bro.
We weren't. Like, fam, you were on the verge of being fired not too long ago.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yes. Nah, yeah, that was terrible.
6 out of 10 people. Yeah. That's how we feel about Shadow Force. If you agree or you disagree, if you're a big fan of the film, let us know. If you hated the film, let us know, man. We really appreciate the back and forth. If you could drop a like and a subscribe if you haven't already, that would be much appreciated as always. And I've been your boy Enigma.
And I've been your boy Kwame. We've been the Two ManDem Talk Movies. Yeah, peace.